Hello and welcome to Football Fanatics. My name is Raza and today I am going to discuss Premier League matches that held today. First of all, it would be Chelsea were beating Everton by 1-0, then Tottenham beating Southampton, in fact thrashing Southampton by 4-1, Newcastle beating newly promoted Nottingham Forest by 2-0, Leeds United beating Wolverhampton by 2-1 and Bournemouth beating surprisingly Aston Villa by 2-0. But before going towards that, if you haven't subscribed our channel, then please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon button to get latest updates about football. So coming back to our vlog, Chelsea managed to scrape past Everton 1-0 on Saturday at Goodison Park as Frank Lampard's side put up a strong fight against his former club. A Jorginho penalty deep into added time at the end of the first half was the only difference between the sides as Chelsea struggled to convert despite having 70% possession for most of the game. A win is a win and that is super important. We played at Everton and we have struggled over recent years to get points here. These are the remarks given by Thomas Tuchel after the game. He further said that we have things to improve, but this isn't a surprise. Most of the time I'm happy with the first half. The second, we lost too many balls and weren't as dominant. We struggled physically but showed the spirit to get the clean sheet. There was a long stoppage in the first half when Godfrey was stretched off the pitch with a serious looking injury after a collision with Pickford and Havertz. If injury feels like it is a small fracture of his leg, we are assessing that he will be out for a while. Mina is an ankle injury and could be out for a while, Lampard given his remarks after the game. When it rains, it pours. As a result, there were 8 minutes added time at the end of the first 45 minutes and Chelsea capitalized when the court pushed Ben Chilwell over in the box. Jorginho stepped up and sent Pickford the wrong way to convert the penalty. Raheem Sterling, who was making his Chelsea debut, did have the ball in the net a few minutes beforehand, but it was ruled out for offside. The 27-year-old had an excellent opportunity to tie up Chelsea's win on 82nd minute, but Mykolenko managed to get enough of his body in front of the ball to see it drift just wide of Pickford's net. Points are what it's all about. Early on in the season, you want your performances to be up there. That was the case today. We were dynamic and caused them problems, Everton defender Tarkowski said after the game. So that was Everton versus Chelsea. Now we will discuss Tottenham versus Southampton. Tottenham underlined their credentials as a team capable of a Premier League title challenge with a confident 4-1 defeat of Southampton to get their campaign up and running on Saturday. The hosts fell behind into a Ward-Prowse volley in the 12th minute but dominated throughout with goals by Simon Dyer and Kulusevski sealing the win. Southampton's lead lasted only 9 minutes before Sissagan powered a header past Southampton's Premier League debutant keeper Bazunu from Kulusevski cross. Dyer glanced in Son's cross with a stooping header in the 31st minute to put Tottenham ahead and the hosts should have been out of sight before the interval. Mohamed Salisu clumsily turned Royal's cross into on his own net in the 61st minute and 2 minutes later Royal set up the impressive Kulusevski to guide an exquisite finish beyond Bizunu, whose saves kept the score respectable. It was quite a statement by Tottenham, who did not even need the usual goal contributions of last season's Premier League Golden Boot winner Son or Harry Kane, both of whom had several chances to open their tallies for the season. Tottenham ended the match in cruise control and manager Conte gave debut to new signings Perisic and Bissouma as substitutes in the second half. Midfielder Bissouma enjoyed a lively cameo, getting a yellow card and then almost scoring in the last minute. Some solid transfer business, the presence of serial winner Conte as coach, and the way they ended last season to grab fourth spot has seen Tottenham tipped as potential challengers to Manchester City and Liverpool's Duke player. There was a real buzz around the sun-kissed North London Stadium, and even when Ward-Prowse bounced a volley down and beyond, Lloris in the mood did not dampen. Showing a relentless energy. Tottenham simply overpowered a Southampton side who rarely threatened to salvage anything. Swedish forward Kulusevski, who joined from Juventus in January, continued where he left off last season with another all-action display that is fast becoming his trademark. We are very pleased. It wasn't an easy game. Going behind at home isn't nice, and after we scored, we could have scored a lot more, Kulusevski said after the game. I love how this team is playing because we create a lot of chances and the fans are enjoying it and I like playing. The fact that the lethal duo of Kane and Son had a relative off day and Richarlison signed from Everton for 60 million to offer more attacking option was suspended augurs well for Tottenham's goal tally this season. So the next game is Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth made a winning return to the Premier League by comfortably beating Aston Villa 2-0 at home on Saturday, thanks to an early strike from Lerma and Kiefer Moraes' towering header in the second half. Scott Parker's Bournemouth back in the top flight following a 2-year absence outplayed Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa who were toothless. Parker told Football Fanatics that we understood the challenge we faced today and it was crucial we got a result. My message to the player was to embrace the challenge. There are many more challenges coming, but with the attitude we have a chance. Midfielder Lerma put Bothman in front in the second minute when he bounced on a loose ball from a Kelly knockdown and smashed it into the back of the net. Villa dominated possession, but they failed to create enough chances, with Dennings struggling to make an impact against his former club, while playmaker Coutinho also looked disappointing. Villa's new signing, Kamara, a free transfer from Marseille, came closest to scoring the equalizer when he unleashed a long-range effort in the 65th minute that went wide of the post. The visitors looked rusty and were left to rue their dismal defending when an unmarked Moore wrapped up Bournemouth's victory with a header in the 80th minute as he met defender Kelly's looping cross from the right. Murray after the game said that to come away 3 points on the opening day of the season is all that we wanted. We wanted to physically impose ourselves and we did that. We want teams coming here to be almost scared of us. We executed the game plan perfectly. So our next game is Leeds versus Wolverhampton. An on goal by defender Norrie gave Leeds United a 2-1 win over Wolverhampton in their opening Premier League game of the season on Saturday at Elland Road. Entering their third successive top-flight campaign, Leeds have won their first match since their return after striker Bamford crossed the ball to Aronson, who seemed to have finished it off from close range. However, closer checks showed it was Wolves' Nouri who bundled ball over the line in the 74th minute, not the Leeds winger who was making his debut. Leeds boss Marsh, who took over from Marcelo in Feb, handed league debut to four new signings: the defender Christensen and midfielder Adams and Roca also made the lineup. Despite losing key players Afina and Phillips in the transfer window, Leeds rose to the occasion and ensured that Marsh has now won his opening league match in 5 of his last 6 campaigns. Wolves, who were without their two forwards Jimenez and Traore due to injury, took an early lead through Daniel Podence in the 6th minute when his shot took a bounce and found its way into the net over Leeds goalkeeper Misler. The host equalized in the 24th minute after Rodrigo Moreno, who scored 5 goals in the 5 preseason friendlies, received the ball inside the box and tapped it in low inside the near post under the diving goalkeeper Joseson. Both teams had good chances to make it 2-1 just before halftime. However, Leeds striker Rodrigo and Bamford were both a fraction of a second late to reach Harrison's sublime cross in the area, while Dendoncker wasted Hitchen's spectacular backheel pass as his low slot was saved by Meslier. In the 68th minute, Wolves' Snorri was approaching another good chance but was brilliantly stopped by Christian, who prevented a one-on-one scoring situation in the home side's area. So moving on to our next game, it's Newcastle versus newly promoted Nottingham Forest. Newcastle made a comfortable start to the new season thanks to goal from Fabian and Wilson in a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest on Saturday, giving the visitors an unhappy return to the Premier League after a 23 years absence. Newcastle took the lead through the unlikeliest of goal scorers when centre-back Shah left fly from the edge of the penalty area just before the hour mark, before Wilson struck 10 minutes later to cap a classy opening day display in Tennyside. Newcastle manager Eddie said that when Sacha was lining up to shoot, I was questioning his decision, but it was the right one. He is capable of the unexpected. I thought the plays were excellent from the start to finish. It was a performance of real promise. I am feeling very positive after watching that. A poor clearance from Forrest resulted in Maximin's cross being headed clear to Sacher, whose goals provided some relief for of his side after a dominant but fruitless opening period at St James Park. With 12 minutes remaining, Forrest Williams gave the ball away and Saint Maximin rolled it to Jolinton down the left-hand side. He crossed for Wilson, who looped the ball over goalkeeper Henderson with a smart finish. Wilson said after the match that I back myself, I want to go to the World Cup, so it's about hitting the ground running. I'm disappointed I didn't score more. We were dominated with the ball, but we didn't score. But in the second half, the quality showed. We started well today, but we don't want to get carried away. Saint Maximin, Jolinton, Willock, and Almiron had all seen chances come and go in the first half as Newcastle were unable to find a way past the Forest defense despite registering 6 out of 14 shots on target and enjoying 65% possession. Forest had a sniff of goal towards the end of the first half but were denied an unlikely opener by Shire, who produced an outstanding block to deny new signing Lingard inside the Newcastle area. Steve Cooper's side, who were promoted after beating Huddersfield Town in the championship playoff, were handed a stern reality check on their top flight return and did not register a shot on target. Cooper after the match said that yes, they have loads of the balls, but we stayed compact and progressive with our defending. But what wasn't at required level today was when we had the ball, there were too many turnovers. We were second best, no doubt. I really believe in these players and how we play. We have won a lot of games. I know it was in a different league, but we need to believe. Newcastle will travel to Brighton next Saturday, while Forest will host West Ham United at the City Ground. So guys, that's all for today, and if you haven't subscribed our channel, then please subscribe our channel and get latest updates from Football Fanatics. See you in our next vlog. Until then, it's goodbye.